Hello, this is Sabrina Gilbert. I'm a poet and I'm also the CEO of Burroughs Inc.
Okay, so of all the things to do, why poetry?
Why not poetry? Like people always say, oh, spoken word artists don't make money, don't get in this for money. But the truth of the matter is, why not? Why can't spoken word artists make just as much money as actors or singers and so forth? And the truth is, there's no reason why not. So we have to have our vision. We're just as valuable, and it's something that I love to do. So we have to have our vision and move forward with that vision.
Cool. Are you happy as an artist, and why?
Yeah, definitely happy as an artist. Why? It's the most flexible career. I get to travel the world. Anywhere I can think of, there's poetry somewhere that I can find to make a living doing it. And I meet really, really great people, and it's very flexible, so yeah.
Okay. If you had to choose one poem that you wrote to represent you after you leave this round, what poem would it be?
It's a serious question. It would have to be between these two pieces. There's this one poem that I have called We, and I don't perform it very often anymore, but I think that poem kind of encompasses my personal need to and drive to live everything that I speak. Like at the end of the day, I really value my word, and so I do my best to live by that. The close second would be a poem I just wrote a couple days ago, and it doesn't have a title, but it was a love letter to myself, and it talks about not just physical attributes, but also just about personality, and the things that I love about my own personality, both good and bad, the things that might be contradictory. So that would be the close second.
Oh, cool. All right, tell me about some of the places you've been performing and some of the people you've met, and tell me about the life of a poet and a traveling artist.
It's dope. It's the best thing ever. Just going anywhere under the sun. Like I really had a good time in LA and in San Francisco. Met some really, really cool people out there, like an engineer friend of mine named Kevin Askew, and we keep in touch still to this day. And I have friends in Miami now that I've just recently made friends with, that I still keep in touch with. And it's really dope actually to develop all of these relationships all over the country. So, I don't know, it's like, you get up, you set your schedule, you might catch a flight, and then you get up and you write and you do your marketing and that type of thing, take care of the business stuff, and then in the night, yeah, you rock for 15 or 20 minutes, but the other part of that time is building relationships and lifelong friendships.
What's your next big move?
Next big move, there's a couple things on the plate, but I think the most immediate thing right now is working on this tour through Europe. I've been talking about it for a while. I finally have some contact information for people, so looking at going to London, possibly Paris and Germany, and I actually am already booked to do a gig in Canada, so that is pretty awesome. That's the next move.
Nice. What project are you working on now?
I have a book that I'm working on, and it doesn't have a title yet, but I have all the poems compiled. I'm in the process of editing the poems, and then I'm hoping to be able to publish by the winter of this year. So that's the thing.
So you're the CEO of Burroughs Inc. Tell us a little bit about the company and what you do as a CEO.
The company it's taking a new direction. It's actually been in existence for a long, long time, since like the late 90s, but it took a different direction within this last year with having other artists on board, and basically we function as a spoken word clearinghouse, if you will. So we publish people's books, we executive produce people's albums, we put on our own events, we provide workshop services and other educational services, and then we also are looking at expanding into possibly becoming a booking agent in the near future. As the CEO, I just take all the credit. That's what CEOs do. No, seriously. as a CEO, basically the founder and my seniors will come up with a vision for the company, and it's my job to come up with the strategies and the everyday plan on how to make that come into fruition. The fortunate part about it is that I do get to have a say in what the vision is, and my seniors do respect my opinions on the directions that I feel the company should move in, so I get to play a little bit of that role as well.
Okay. Any last words?
Wow, like, it's like any last words, like I'm going to the grave.
What would you tell people out there who want to get involved in spoken word or want to have a career as a poet? What would you tell them?
I would say not to limit yourself. Because of the flexibility that spoken word has, you could do the literary thing, you could do performance, you could do slam, you could get into the college market. There's so many different tracks that you can go in and different directions. So I would say not to limit yourself and not to get too comfortable either. And what I mean by that is just always strive to grow, because art is a career where you're always appreciating, and so the longer you stick with it, the idea is that the better you will get. And you really won't peak, it's my understanding, until you've been in it for, 40-some years. Like, if you really think about it, even Toni Morrison, and she's not necessarily a poet, but as a writer, she said this new book that she just released is probably her best work, and she's been writing since forever. Do you know what I'm saying? So always strive to continue to grow and know that when you've reached your peak of excellence or whatever, it's probably when you're dead. That's what my father would say.